Hello, everybody. We're going to give a little more time to see if we can get some more people to join. I hope everybody's having an awesome Thursday on this thankful Thursday. And as you come in the chats, tell me hello so I'll see who's up here. While we're waiting on others to join, I was talking to my daughter today, and those of you who know me, I've been preaching a lot of years. Don't get nervous, but sitting here in front of this computer, I tell you, it's been a nervous thing for me. So I'm stepping out of my comfort zone. So I'm believing that we're going to be successful in this, but it's a whole different thing to step out of your comfort zone to put yourself out there. So we're going to trust God and take the leap of faith. So I see I've got some people over here. So hello, Serena and Katrina, Serenity and Evan and Portia and Kim. Hope you guys are having an awesome evening. Hi, Jessica. So I'm going to go ahead and talk about this little thing called Tidbits with Peaches. It's actually S.O.P presents Trinity Coaching and Tidbits with Peaches. And of course, I'm Peaches, but my government name is Pamela Breeden. And I am a certified life coach, which I have been doing for about 7 years. On the backside of it, never putting my face out there, but doing the backside of it and doing some of the leg work. And now I'm trying to put myself out there a little bit more to see where we can go and who we can reach. And that's what it's always about, reaching others, helping someone else maneuver through this thing called life. Because I love to say, my dad told me something when I was young. He would always say that life is life. Either you're going to beat it or it's going to beat you. So I hope everyone wants to beat life. Never let life beat you, because it's always going to be life. And you're going to always have some ups and downs and some good days and some bad days in this thing called life. But we've been given the gift of life so we can live a life. So we should live that life with the most abundant joy, happiness that we can. Not saying that we won't ever have ups and downs, because we will. We won't always be happy, but we won't always be sad. But again, life is what we make it, because God gave us life to live and to enjoy life. So, with that being said, again, this is Tidbits with Peaches, and this is my first podcast, and I'm excited to see what God is doing with this and to see how many people we can reach and help. And if you have any questions or comments, just type them in the chat. And as always, please subscribe, hit like, and share, because I would love to do more videos. If you would love that, I would love that. So, and today I just want to talk a little bit about owning your stuff and what that means to me. And that way it may be able to help someone else. Owning your stuff is just simply saying that no matter what's going on in my life, whether it's something good or something bad, or however it has caused me to feel, I've got to own that. And when I say own it, that means that in order to heal from it, I've got to deal with it. In order to deal with it, I've got to own it. So I've got to own my stuff. So whatever place or whatever thing or however you're feeling at this particular moment in your life, you have to own your stuff. And only you know what your stuff is. So, for an example, my stuff would have been Trinity coaching has been a dream of mine for probably about 8 years. I talked about it, but I procrastinated. So I had to own that. I had to own that I was procrastinating because I didn't want to take this leap of faith to put my face out there like that. So I had to own that so I could deal with it, so I can go on and do what was in me to do. So I had to own that. So it doesn't matter what your it is, but you have to own it. It's not about somebody else or what they've done or, well, they did this to me and they did that to me. We're not talking about them. We're talking about you. So we have to learn that, okay, this is about me, not about anybody else, just about me. So where am I at this point in my life? And knowing that there should be something else I should be doing, I know what's in me to do, but I've allowed life or circumstances or situations to stop me. So I have to own that to say, okay, Peaches, what happened? You talked about it, but you never did it. So, in other words, I was procrastinating. So I had to own that. And when I owned it, I had to deal with it. So when I began to deal with it, I could heal from it and move on and be able to put myself out there and do what I know is in me to do or what I'm passionate about. What I'm passionate about is helping people, helping others, being able to see a change in someone's life because of something that we sat down and talked about together. So I had to own my stuff. You can't grow or heal until you own it. You can't move on until you own it. You can't deal with it until you accept it and acknowledge it. So in order to begin to heal or move on or do anything like that in life, you have to own it. In other words, you have to accept, acknowledge, deal, move. So I accept that I was procrastinating. I acknowledge that to myself. Now I'm dealing with it so I can move on from it. So you have to own your stuff. And it doesn't, I can't sit here and tell you what your stuff is because I don't know. Only you know what your stuff is. So when you can accept your stuff and say, okay, I was doing this. I got so comfortable being in the back burner. I got so comfortable doing this. I got really comfortable saying, well, I didn't do this because how he did it or how she did it. You got comfortable doing that. But at the end of the day, you have to look under and see what the underlying issue is that caused you to stay stuck there at this point in your life. So that's what it is. So yes, you have to own your stuff. Whatever your stuff is, you have to own it. I don't want you to keep blaming anybody else or throwing off to say, well, this is what happened. That's why I'm still over here in this. No, they didn't make you stay stuck there. You did because you didn't own your stuff. You didn't acknowledge it and say, okay, yes, that happened, but I allowed it to keep me stuck. They may have done it, but you allowed it to keep you stuck. They've moved on, but you still stuck. So now you have to own why you're stuck. And when you own why you're stuck, then you can deal with it and heal from it and grow from it. But until you acknowledge it and accept it, you're going to always be stuck. You're going to always be stuck. And that's life in a nutshell because we all have stuff, but we all have things that we don't want to deal with either. Instead of dealing with it, we pack it in our little boxes and leave it put in its proper little place, but then you never really can reach your full potential because you never unpacked all of those baggage. So in order to reach your full potential, you have to own why you got all those boxes over there packed away. So it can be as simple as, okay, you have a passion or you have a dream of running your own business or starting something, and you know that God has placed a gift in you, but you stay stuck in that situation, so you can't move forward in the next level because you're stuck in the past levels. So in order to reach the next three levels, you got to drop off the other two levels that you've been stuck in for years. So you can't reach your full potential holding on to past baggage. So in other words, own your stuff. Whatever your stuff is today, I want you to own it so you can reach your full potential. And when you own your stuff, you can begin to deal and heal. And when you heal from it, you have all the energy to be in pursuit of your purpose. So you can't be in pursuit of anything if you boggled down with all those bags and haven't owned your stuff. Own your stuff. If you mean, own it. You got a bad attitude, own it. If you don't like being around people, own it and then begin to heal and heal so you can deal with it and then you can heal. So own it. It doesn't matter what your it is, you have to own it. For many years, people said I was unapproachable. I had to own that because they said my face was just stone. So I over the past few years, I've learned to try to soften how I look. I'll catch myself sometimes. I had to own that. I had to own that, they thought I was unapproachable. So there are things we all have to own to be able to grow from it and heal from it. So if I would have stayed stuck in that place saying, I don't know what they talking about. I don't look like that. But then I went back and thought about it. I may do look like that because I allowed some things in life to harden me. So my expression was hard. I had to own that so I could change it, so I could soften, so I can reach more people. So, if I'm always walking around looking hard, don't nobody want to talk to me. They be like, I don't want you to be my life coach. Girl, bye. You just woo. So I had to soften that so I could be approachable. I owned it and I worked on it. And I feel like I've healed from it and I've grown from it to know that, okay, I've got to soften if I want to help. I've got to soften that if I want to do this thing because I can't stand up and just be stone faced all the time. Nobody want to talk to me like that. So own your stuff. No matter what it is, own it so you can begin to heal from it. Portia said, I'm sensitive. I own that. That's right. You have to own it so you can work on it. Because sometimes people, say things and they don't mean it in a harsh way, but when you're sensitive, it cuts the wrong way. So you have to work on that so you don't always be sensitive. There's nothing wrong with being sensitive. Don't get it wrong, but there's a time when you have to toughen up so you can take some things because life gonna throw some blows at you. But that's good that she owns that she's sensitive. And that's a good thing. You have to own your stuff to know that, okay, this is what I have. This is what I need to do. But I want to heal because I want to grow. I mean with a bad attitude. I own that. That's right. You own it. You mean with a bad attitude. But now that you own it and you're going to deal with it so you can heal from that. But the thing is, what caused you to have a bad attitude? What caused you to be mean? Because there's always an underlying issue. I don't believe nobody's just mean and just got a bad attitude. There has been something that triggered that. So what triggered that for you? That's the thing. That's the key. What triggered that? What lies underneath that meanness and that bad attitude? So she owned it. So now she can begin to deal with it because she's accepted, she's acknowledged it. So now she can begin to heal and grow from that, knowing that, okay, now I accept I'm mean and I got a bad attitude. Yeah, I'm going to do something about that. I don't like that. I'm going to fix that. So that's not what I am. I'm not going to let that define me. That's going to change because now I have acknowledged it. I dealt with my stuff. I put it out there. So now I can grow from that. And I like that. I'm mean with a bad attitude. Now, I used to be like that. I could say that too. And my girls could tell you that I was mean with a bad attitude. Bad. But we live and we learn and we grow and we want to continue to grow. We want to see one another grow. And Portia said, yes, that's true. Yes, I thank God for growth. I thank God because I had to deal with my underlying issues. I couldn't come on here and talk to you if I hadn't been through some of this stuff myself. So I had to, go back in and take a look at the woman in the mirror and say, God, I am mean. I got a nasty attitude. But then I had to go back in and re-examine and go through some things to see what caused me to be that way. Some things I've been through in life had caused me to be hard and mean and have a bad attitude. So that's why I say you never know what a person has been through. So before you begin to judge them, talk to them. Try to get to know them to understand, well, maybe they really have been through something that we don't know about. So if you approach them in a nice way, you may be able to help them change that, and they can own their stuff instead of going around talking about them. How about you talk to them to see what's wrong and what's going on? Because sometimes all we need is somebody to listen. Still learning. That's right. We're still learning every day. Every day is a new day with new mercies to learn new things. Remember that. Every day is a new day with new mercies to learn and develop and grow. So every day you wake up, you want to be better than you were yesterday because God is giving you the gift of another day. He's giving you the gift to get it right. And I didn't say this when I started. I talk about the Lord. I love the Lord. Everybody don't want to hear about the Lord, but on this, we talk about the Lord because I know I can't do anything without him, and I'm nothing without him. So I like to put that out there because some people will say, well, you can't put God in everything. Well, I do put him in everything every day. I acknowledge him every day, and I'm thankful for him. But yes, he gives us new mercies every day so that every day we wake up and my feet hit the floor, it's another day to be better than I was yesterday. It's another day to own my stuff. It's another day to deal with whatever it is that's causing me to act that way. So whatever it is that's causing you to act the way that you act, God give you another day to deal with it. You can't grow or heal until you deal. You can't grow or heal until you deal. You got to accept, acknowledge before you can remove it. So, in order to remove it, you got to accept it, acknowledge it, and deal with it. Then you can begin to remove it. It's not going to be like overnight, it takes work. But when you begin to accept it, acknowledge it, own your stuff, you can begin to heal from it. You will see it every day will get better and better. And before you know it, all of that stuff is no more because you begin to every day you should write down, okay, I did this yesterday, but today I'm going to try to do it better. Every day set a different goal for yourself. So if yesterday you woke up not in a good mood, okay, tomorrow I don't care what it feel like, I'm going to put myself in a good mood. You have to begin to put yourself in a different kind of mood. When I wake up now, the first thing I say, this is the day that the Lord has made. I'm going to rejoice and be glad in it because it's another day that he allowed me to see. So that means I'm dealing with my stuff every day. I'm owning my stuff every day. Every day. Every day that I wake up and he blows breath into me or give me breath or life, I'm acknowledging my stuff. I want to do it different than I did it yesterday. I want to be better today than I was yesterday. So that should be your new philosophy every day. God, whatever it is, and only you and God know what your stuff is or your it is. So every day it should be chiseling away at some of that. So you set a goal. If it's just a short-term goal, you set it. If you need to make a long-term goal, you set it. But every day, own your stuff. Whatever it is, every day you own it. If you wake up in a good mood, own that because you're doing better. Bad move yesterday, I'm owning that too. So whatever it is, I'm owning it. I'm owning my stuff. Life is a gift that was given to us, not just going through the motions, but living. See, some of us go through the motions of life and not really living life. That's right, Sierra. I want to be better than I was yesterday. And that should be all of us. We want to be better than I was yesterday. I want to do something different today. I may have did this yesterday, but today I'm going to be better today than I was yesterday. And if God allow me to see tomorrow I'm going to be better than I was the day before. So every day I'm acknowledging. Every day I'm saying something different because we do have power of life and death in our mouth, in our tongues. So every day I'm speaking. I may not got it all done today, but God, if you let me see tomorrow, I'm going to try harder. I'm going to own it. I'm going to own my day. I'm going to command my day. Every morning, I'm going to command my day that I'm going to do better today than I did yesterday. I'm going to speak to somebody that I didn't speak to yesterday. I'm going to go talk to them. They think I'm mean and I got a bad attitude, but Lord, they don't understand what I've been dealing with. But I'm going to go speak to them tomorrow so they'll know that, oh, she's not like that. So sometimes you have to make the effort to show them that, okay, I'm not really that away. I'm owning this. I'm owning this. Regardless of what the situation is, I'm owning it. So I want them to see the God in me. And I want them to see that I'm changing. I want them to know that I am approachable. I don't always want them to think that I got a bad attitude. So I've got to own it. Now, if you got a bad attitude, own it. You just got a bad attitude. But you need to work on it. So always own your stuff. Just own your stuff so you can live a better life, that you can be in pursuit of your purpose, whatever your purpose is. And don't ever get it twisted that you don't have a purpose. We all have a purpose. We all have a purpose. Your purpose may not be my purpose, and my purpose may not be your purpose, but we all have a purpose. And I feel like we're all in this together. You know, I did a thing a couple of years ago to say, I am my sister's keeper. And we begin to, take that to heart to say, I am my sister's keeper. I am my sister's keeper. If my sister's down, I'm praying for her. If my sister needs me, I'm there. When my sister get blessed, I'm happy. I'm rejoicing for her. Because when it's your turn, you're going to want somebody to rejoice with you. So remember that. I am my sister's keeper. I'm owning my stuff. I want to be better. I want to deal. I want to heal. I want to be able to be in pursuit of my purpose. I want to live a full, productive, happy life in Christ. And that's the main thing. I want to live my best life, but I want to live it in Christ because that's when I can truly live my best life. And that has been what I have today. If anyone have any questions, you can put them in the chat. But I thank you for joining me, and I'm excited to see what God is going to do with Tidbits for Peaches, Trinity Coaching. We're under S.O.P. I am in High Point on every second Saturday. I do one-on-one sessions. I'll do group sessions. We'll do motivational speaking. Anything you need, I'm there every second Saturday. I'll be in High Point for that. I'm just thankful that God has given me this opportunity to do this. I'm thankful that He's opening doors for me. I thank God for all of the people that helped me. I love you all, and I thank God for you. Um, I truly do. And one other thing, if you are in High Point, Greensboro, Winston-Salem, Thomasville, the surrounding Archdale, on Saturday at 4 o'clock, S.O.P. will have a summer jam back to school bash. We'll be giving away book bags. The book bags will be stuffed with school supplies. We'll have hot dogs and chips and drinks. So bring your youth out, pass the message along, invite someone to come. They'll have singing, there'll be dancing there, praise dancing, y'all. So if you're not busy, feel free to join us on Saturday from 4 to 8 at Shalom of Peace Ministries in Archdale, North Carolina. The flyer is out on Facebook. And again, subscribe, like, and share. And God bless you. And I love you all for my first time doing this Tidbits with Peaches. Y'all have an awesome, awesome evening. Thank you. I love you too, Serenity. Now, I don't want to cut anybody off now. If anybody have anything they want to say or discuss before I click off, put it in the chat. Okay, ladies. Thank you, Evan. So next time we'll probably go a little longer. This was my first time. So as time goes by and we'll do a little bit more and I might come on and give a little bit of some things during the week, but I'm excited. Again, hit subscribe, like, and share. And y'all have an awesome, awesome evening. Love you, Jessica. And good night.